Have you ever noticed this? You're completely fine, calm, grounded, at ease. Then someone walks into the room, and your body changes. Your breathing shifts. Your shoulders tighten. Your thoughts speed up. You suddenly feel alert, careful, slightly guarded. Nothing dramatic happened. No one yelled. No one insulted you. No conflict occurred. And yet, you cannot relax. You tell yourself you're imagining it. You tell yourself they're nice. You tell yourself you're overthinking. But your nervous system doesn't agree. Tonight, we're going to talk about why that happens. Because this isn't paranoia. It isn't oversensitivity. And it isn't weakness. It's information. And most people were taught to ignore it. Number 1. The body picks up what the mind rationalizes. Human beings read safety long before logic enters the picture. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for cues. Tone, facial expression, energy shifts, micropauses, inconsistencies. This process happens automatically, beneath conscious thought. So when you say, "I don't know why, but I feel tense around them," that's not imagination. That's pattern recognition. Your body has registered something. Unpredictability, subtle hostility, passive aggression, emotional volatility, inauthenticity, control. But your mind rushes in and says, "They haven't done anything wrong. Maybe I'm just anxious. I don't want to judge them." And so the conflict begins. Your body says, "Unsafe." Your mind says, "Be nice." When this happens repeatedly, you stop trusting your body. And that disconnection creates anxiety. Number 2, the difference between nervousness and intuition. Not all discomfort is intuition. But not all intuition is dramatic. Intuition is often quiet tension. It's the subtle sense that you cannot exhale fully. That your words feel filtered. That you're slightly performing. That you're monitoring yourself. Ask yourself, do I feel watched or evaluated? Do I over-explain around them? Do I feel relief when they leave? Do I rehearse conversations in my head afterward? These are nervous system clues. When you are around safe people, your body softens. Your voice lowers. Your posture opens. You don't overthink. You just exist. Safety is not intensity. It's ease. Number 3, why some people trigger hypervigilance. There are several reasons you might not relax around someone. 1, they are emotionally inconsistent. One day warm. One day distant. One day affectionate. One day cold. Unpredictability creates alertness. Your nervous system cannot rest when outcomes are unclear. You stay subtly prepared. 2, they use subtle power dynamics. This can look like slight condescension, teasing disguised as humor interrupting, withholding approval, shifting blame quietly, emotional withholding. None of these are explosive, but they create imbalance. Your system senses hierarchy, and it braces. 3, you learned to adapt to similar energy in childhood. Sometimes it's not about the person. It's about what they represent. If they resemble someone from your past, in tone, posture, emotional style, your body remembers. Even if your mind doesn't. The nervous system stores unfinished stories. And when something feels familiar, even subtly, it activates preparation. This isn't weakness. It's conditioning. Number 4, the empath's dilemma. Empaths often struggle the most with this. Because instead of asking, "Why does my body feel tense?" they ask, "What's wrong with me?" Empaths are trained to look outward first. To analyze the other person, to justify, to understand. So instead of honoring discomfort, they override it. They smile, they accommodate, they soften, but their body remains tight. And over time, chronic tightness becomes exhaustion. Number 5, when you aren't allowed to relax. There's a deeper layer here. Some people don't actually want you relaxed. They prefer you slightly unsure. Slightly seeking approval, slightly accommodating, because when you are grounded and relaxed, you are harder to influence, harder to manipulate, harder to control. Calm people are self-connected, and self-connected people cannot be subtly dominated. So if someone's behavior keeps you slightly off balance, that may not be accidental. The body detects power shifts faster than the mind interprets them. Number 6. The nervous system science. When you cannot relax around someone, your sympathetic nervous system activates. This is not full fight or flight. It's low-grade alertness. Your body releases stress hormones. Muscles tighten. Attention sharpens. Your brain scans for threat cues. If this happens repeatedly with a specific person, your body begins anticipating stress before they even speak. That's why sometimes you tense up simply seeing their name on your phone. Your nervous system has learned a pattern. The body remembers, even when the mind wants to minimize. Number 7. Gaslighting your own body. One of the most damaging things you can do is repeatedly override your internal signals. When you say, "I'm just being dramatic. I shouldn't feel this way. They're not that bad." You train yourself to distrust instinct. And self-trust is foundational to emotional health. You don't need proof to honor discomfort. You don't need a dramatic event. If your body does not relax, that is enough data. Not for accusation, but for awareness. Number 8. What real safety feels like. Let's get clear on this. Safety does not feel like butterflies, intensity, obsession, emotional roller coasters. Safety feels like calm, breath, spaciousness, authentic expression, no performance. You don't monitor yourself. You don't rehearse. You don't filter excessively. You can exist without tension. If you've rarely felt that, it may feel unfamiliar. And unfamiliar can feel boring at first. But your nervous system thrives in it. Number 9. How to respond without drama. Not relaxing around someone doesn't mean confront, immediately accuse, cut them off dramatically. It means observe. Pull your energy back slightly. Stop oversharing. Stop over-explaining. Watch how they respond to less access. If they respect your space, safety increases. If they escalate, pressure, guilt, or manipulate, your body was right. Boundaries don't require speeches. Sometimes they're quiet adjustments. Number 10. The shift into inner authority. When you begin trusting your nervous system, something shifts. You stop chasing logic to validate discomfort. You stop seeking consensus. You start honoring internal alignment. You might say, "I don't know exactly why, but this dynamic doesn't feel right." That sentence is powerful. You don't need a courtroom case. You need coherence. Inner authority means, I trust my body's signals. I listen to my tension. I respect my relief. I don't override myself to keep others comfortable. That is emotional maturity. Number 11. When you finally let yourself relax. Here's the part people don't expect. When you stop forcing yourself to stay in environments where your body braces, your entire system softens. Your sleep improves. Your anxiety reduces. Your clarity increases. Because your nervous system is no longer in quiet defense mode. The body wants safety. It will fight for it if ignored, but it will relax deeply when honored. Finally, if you can't relax around someone, don't rush to judgment, but don't rush to self-dismissal either. Get curious. Ask gently, what is my body noticing that my mind hasn't admitted yet? You were never meant to override yourself to maintain connection. You were meant to feel safe within it. And if your system tightens repeatedly, that's not weakness. That's wisdom waiting to be trusted. If this resonated, sit with this tonight. Where do I feel most relaxed? And what does that tell me? Stay with this work. Because the more you trust your body, the less you will need to defend yourself from others.